We walk by faith, not by sight. For to me, to live is Christ and to die is gain. If God is for us, who can be against us? It's not how good you are. It's how bad you want it. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds. In everything give thanks. For when I am powerless, it is then that I am strong. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Hope does not disappoint. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Remember this: whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. If I could speak all the languages of earth and of angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. Bad company ruins good morals. For the moment all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant. Later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. There is no longer Jew or Greek, there is no longer slave or free, there is no longer male and female, for all of you are one in Christ Jesus. Modesty is the key to success. For you died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. Owe nothing to anyone, except to love one another. You can't fall off the floor. If in this life only we have hope in Christ, we are of all men the most pitiable. It's amazing how insults in most languages sound the same. Wherefore, if meat causeth my brother to stumble, I will eat no flesh forevermore, that I cause not my brother to stumble. If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy, for the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. They that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Absent in body, but present in spirit. Even so husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. So, then, let us pursue the things making for peace and the things that are upbuilding to one another. For if the truth of God hath more abounded through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I also judged as a sinner? The man who thinks he knows something does not yet know as he ought to know. Let the husband render to his wife the affection owed her, and likewise also the wife to her husband. I died to the law so that I might live for God. Then each of you will control his own body and live in holiness and honor, not in lustful passion like the pagans who do not know God and his ways. Beware of the dogs, beware of the evil workers, beware of those who mutilate the flesh. And thus I aspire to preach the gospel, not where Christ was already named, so that I would not build on another man's foundation. There is nothing love cannot face, there is limit to its faith, its hope and endurance. Brethren, do not become children in sense, but in malice be children, and in sense be perfect. The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband. And in like manner the husband also hath not power of his own body, but the wife.